Are we live and direct? Everything is all good. Throwback Thursday, respect. Here we are. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. And this is the Daily Go Getterism show. And we're talking about no longer physically attracted. No longer physically attracted. What do you know about being with somebody who you are no longer physically attracted to and trying to fight through that? You know, just because you may not be physically attracted to somebody anymore, it doesn't necessarily mean that you mean bad by them, or it doesn't mean that you mean to be mean to them. It doesn't mean that. Not for everybody. For some people, and really just in general, it can sound like losing your attraction for somebody that you've been with, especially if you've been with them for a long time. Not having any more physical attraction to them sounds like you're not in love with them anymore. And it doesn't necessarily have to involve that. It's really a deep concept that more people may experience than may give credit to. But we're going to talk about it tonight. Yes, we are on the Daily Go Getterism show. So I'm ready if you're ready. And you're ready if I'm ready. And I'm ready if you're ready. We're ready. I'm ready to go if you're ready to go. Not physically attracted, no mo. What you know about not liking their voice and their body shape is no longer your choice. Maybe they gained a little weight, maybe they lost. Nonetheless, it's all off. And you feel kind of bad, but you can't help it. Meanwhile, on the other side, they like, what? And the tables could turn because it could be you. By you, I mean they're no longer attracted to. If you think about how that would make you feel, situations like that happen every day. It's real. My name is Sun75. It's good to meet. Yeah, right now we gonna treat each other. We not no longer. No longer. Yo, I always had stronger feelings, but right now your body shape is not really appealing. And I don't really want to break up, but I don't like the way you look no more with the wake up. Should I say the makeup? Yeah, I goof. Everything is gonna be all right. You're missing that side too. And I'm missing the days when I thought you was like bright and glistening. Cause it's not no more. And I'm ready to move on, and that's for sure. So what do you do in a situation where you're not ready to move on from somebody, but you miss being physically attracted to them? And there are a lot of things that can make somebody no longer physically attracted to you. Now, that might sound off-putting to a lot of people, because in these days where loyalty is one thing or another to people, where people aren't definitive and outlining exactly what makes them stay together versus leaving each other, it can be confusing. It really can. It can be confusing about what being physically attracted to somebody is. But I want to start this thing out by saying that just because you're no longer physically attracted to a person doesn't necessarily mean that you want to leave them alone. But that can also be an ingredient in the whole pot. So let's get into this thing. T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly into your site. And McGowan plays. What's good? Thanks for coming back through. So we're going to have a good talk tonight. It's going to be real good. You know what I mean? No longer physically attracted. Ugh. Now, there are going to be people who are going to say things like, well, looks aren't everything. But you can't discount that looks may have been a major component of the reason that you were attracted to somebody in the first place. That may have been the first thing that attracted you to them, to that person. Now, people may try to say that you're shallow if you can't accept that somebody is looking the way that they want to look and you don't want them to look that way anymore. What kind of monster are you for being so controlling? Like, nobody said that you were controlling. Nobody said that you were trying to control the way that they look. All you're saying is that you like the way that they looked before. You don't like the way that they look now. Weight loss. And so many people nowadays are getting cosmetic surgery and things like that. What happens in a relationship when the two people in a relationship aren't on the same page with cosmetic surgery? Maybe when you met your girl, she was fat. You like fat. She was uncomfortable with fat. And she decided that she was going to get weight loss surgery, and she did. Regardless of what y'all talked about, regardless of what y'all spoke about, regardless of, you know, her known feelings about you on the matter, she said, look, I'm going to do this because I don't want to carry this weight around anymore. Or maybe it was because of her health. You know? And boom. Now it's like, you don't like it. So, and you're not physically attracted to her anymore. And this can happen with women too. Like, imagine being a woman. Now, women aren't supposed to lose attraction for their man, right? You know, this is supposed to be a one-way street of toxicity, losing your attraction to somebody. It's supposed to be a one-way street, right? Women could never lose their attractiveness to their man that they had before. Or should I say, they can never lose the attraction to their man that they had previously, because women are so loyal and understanding about how things happen. Well, what if you met a man and he previously had dreads or braids in his hair, and now he's starting to lose his hair? And he might not have the kind of head that looks good bald. Because normally when you go by the time you make it to bald, you've already cut it low and maybe tried to get waves, or, you know, had a Caesar cut or something like that. But imagine if your woman is used to dealing with men that have a lot of hair, maybe longer hair than her. I mean, you can feel whatever kind of way you want to about women who like men with a whole lot of hair, but there are plenty of women out there. And now you don't have the ability to have all that hair anymore. What you gonna do? Get a Steve Harvey? You know, that shit that they got going on out here where a lot of these men have fake fades and whatnot. What are you gonna do? Now you decide to go to the natural route and just go ahead and shave your head. You know, she might not want to be with a bald man. And even though she's not breaking up with you, she may not have the same type of physical attraction to you that she had before. And that's whether she admits it or not. So things like this can put a strain. And it's not always about weight loss. Sometimes women gain weight. I'm sure I don't have to explain this to women. Sometimes women gain weight over the years. Have you ever gotten a new job or worked somewhere, or somebody started working at the job that you were working at, and you literally saw them balloon up to a certain weight from the time they started working there, and you saw them gain all the way up to 100 pounds? I've seen it happen. It's a crazy thing. Especially like, remember 6 years ago in the pandemic, people came back to work after the quarantine time was over. Man, they was big as shit. I was like, well, damn. You know, them pandemic checks was, we see what y'all was doing while y'all was in the house. Y'all look pregnant. When you expect it? Oh shit, that's just your regular stomach. Oh shit. Yeah, you better get your them fibroids checked. You better get them fibroids checked. But yeah, man. TK Wright says, his or own health. Mm-hmm. You said if it's their health, you need to support. You need to support steps that will make them better. That's true, but that doesn't have it. That might not have a bearing on your physical attractiveness to them. You know, like, listen, your mind feels the way that it feels, and you're attracted to what and who you're attracted to. So although you may not be ready to end your relationship or your involvement with somebody, you still may not be as physically attracted to them as you were before. And that might be something that's hard for you to deal with. You know, on a personal level, that might be something that's hard for you to deal with, because you might feel guilty that you don't feel that same type of that same level of attraction to that person that you felt before. And it can have an effect on how you treat a person. Unfortunately. What's that? KDS says, yep, they probably were stressed or snacking more. Man, they sure were. I don't know if they were snacking more, but they was eating a lot. Carrie says, pandemic pounds, this shit is a real thing. KDS says, yeah, some guys don't like when a woman cuts their hair. I love mine short, easier for me, but some men will want their woman to grow the hair back. True. I mean, real shit. Now, communication is the key. When it comes to hair, I think that any extreme changes to your appearance, I think that you should give the courtesy to whoever you are in love with or dealing with seriously, to at least have a talk with them. Like, listen, I've been thinking about making this change to my appearance. Now, you know, because of the internet and social media, I can't blame it all on that, but I know it's prevalent on there. But you'll hear a lot of people on social media say things like, well, it's my body, it's my look. You know, they're not my mom or my dad. I don't have to consult with anybody in order to change my look. And that's true. That's true. But are you going to be ready to deal with the fallout of them not really being attracted to you as much as they were before? And maybe that's showing in a certain type of way. Now, you can blame them all you want for being shallow, or, you know, for not being as supportive as you would like for them to be. But remember, you didn't give a shit about their opinion, but you want them to give a shit about your opinion, that they are not treating you the same or looking at you the same or as in awe of you as they were before. So there's going to be a whole lot of self-checking. There's going to be a whole lot of self-checking in a situation like this. Please, y'all, do me one favor. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It helps the channel out. The channel needs help. See, the channel is like, help, help, help. Somebody like me. This is what happens when people become no longer physically attracted to the channel as they were before. Like, ooh. Sun 752 channel was sexy. Ooh, give me y'all hot. Now they're like, he grew his hair back. The channel grew his hair back. You know, so yeah, it's a tough situation, man. But this is real life, real adult shit. This is real life, real adult shit. Not being physically attracted to somebody anymore. Man, listen. But we're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get into it. Talk about it, be about it, get involved. We're going to, talk about it, be about it, get involved. We're going to, talk Talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now we gon' solve, yo. Talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now we gon' solve. Talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now we gon' solve. Talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now we gon' solve, yo. Talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now we gon' solve. Talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now. Yo, we got a lot we talk about. Somehow we gotta work it out. Yo, it don't always go the way that we really want, and sometimes we feel like we about to front. Well, what we gonna do? This is a personal situation. It's just between me and you, and sometimes just all between myself. I'm trying to do the best for my health. And I know you're trying to do the same, but I'm trying to put a ring on your finger and change your name. At least the last one. I ain't trying to be the last one or the fast one. Yo, my name is Son 7. I'm Mac 11 Tevin. Can we talk? Son 7, Mac 11 Tevin. Can we talk? Son 7, Mac 11 Tevin. Can we talk? Son 7, Mac 11 Tevin. What? Can we talk? We get it poppin', yo, no name dropping. Keep that shit a secret, but I can't keep it. I can't keep it all hidden, but I'm trying to talk to you about the real shit, no kidding. And I'm bidding. No, I'm free as a bird, yo. Still kicking the words you heard. And everything is gonna be all right as long as we work it out. We gonna make it through the night. You can't get to know better days unless you make it through the night, baby. You can't get to know better days until you make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it through the night, girl. Oh, baby, yo, I missed the way you looked before. It was like more. I couldn't get enough of you now, but now I don't even want to pull your panties down. Yo, please forgive me. I'm trying to get through this shit and you can't see. And even if you change back, I don't know if I can get the same feelings, but I know it's whack. And I'm not attacking you. Trust me, I got your back to backing you. Yo, all your endeavors. I'm kind of confused about this shit. Never have I ever been through a situation like this. And it's causing frustration. I don't like this. What's the deal? How you feel? Everything is gonna be all right. We got skills. All right. So this is what the guan. This is what the guan. Make guan put the drums away. We're gonna. Hit the like button. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. All right. We put one drum away. One drum put away. One. Hey. Okay. Two drum. Okay. Carla. Is that my girl Carla? All up in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good? How you feeling? Good to see me some you. You already know. You already know. So we talking about not being physically attracted no more. I used to fiend for my baby. Fiend for my baby. Smoke and drink the lean for my baby. Fiend for my baby. Fiend for my baby. Switch it around, change my team for my baby. My baby. Rep for baby. Ride for my baby. Go inside for my baby. Come in from the cold. No matter how old I was, I used to get into it like I was catching buzz. And just was smoke my lady. Drink my lady. Shoot my lady. Said sniff my lady. Right now, I'm be like, lady, what happened to you? We done undergone some changes and now I can't get through. But I'm trying to make it real with you. And now I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, stop bitching. Stop bitching. I'm gonna be a man. Be a man. That's right. Just be a man about it. She gained 75 pounds. Just be a man about it. She lost 100 pounds looking sucked up. Yo, just be a man about it. Aye, man. It's me. Do you know what I'm saying? And what do you do? What do you do? How do you control not being physically attracted to somebody anymore? I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, are your eyes lying to you? Is it that even if you were attracted to somebody else, that's not going to take away your physical attraction to somebody that you've been dealing with? But it's not always about being attracted to somebody else or wanting to be with somebody else. You may want to get back to the same spot where you were with the person that you're with. And it might not be impossible because they may have made some adjustments. Now hold on. Hold on. Because what if what's making you not attracted to someone anymore is their age? Maybe you only like little young things. So when when a woman's, is not as young and tight and spry as she used to be, maybe it's hard for you to get into that. Hey, right or wrong, this shit happens. And in today's society, you can see it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to go young, calling themselves sugar daddies and cougars and all this old shit. Is this a love affair or is this a zoo? You know what I'm saying? The sugar daddy took me to get a cougar. A cougar? Did we go to the forest? Why don't we go to the Serengeti and get us a lion? A real lion. One with a mane. All right, y'all. We're going to get into it. Y'all. Like I said, hit that like button. Let's get this conversation started, shall we? I'm going to go over here and get my chair. And then we're going to finish talking. We're going to finish talking for real. Word, mother, for real. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Yeah. Come on. Sit still. All right. No longer physically attracted to the person that used to get your libido going. No longer attracted. What do you do in a situation like that? What do you do? How do you handle it? Where do we go from here? Well, there probably are a list of options, but let's start from the beginning. Let me ask y'all seriously. If you have ever ceased, stopped, or slowed down being as physically attracted to somebody that you were going with or married to before, has that ever happened to you? That's what I want to know. Has it ever happened to you? I'll go first because that'll make it easy. It'll make it easier. Wait, KDS says, and I guess sometimes it may be the libido that has changed because of age. We ain't got to let nobody off the hook tonight. It is what it is. Depends on the relationship. How is time like water? Depends on the relationship. Okay. Nonetheless, you are in a relationship with her. Like you are in a relationship with them. Either way, you look at it, you are in a relationship with them. So whether you are married to them or whether you're just going with them or whatever the case may be. Magnificent Bride says mentally unattractive. Nope, we ain't talking about that. We talking about physically unattractive. Like you don't like their pictures no more. Yo, like has anybody ever went to a photo shoot or took vacation pictures and all of that, and they showing you, showing you pictures of themselves like they really, really all of that, and you thinking like, I mean, I like fried chicken, but I wouldn't buy a dinner pack of this shit. Yeah, like, I wouldn't buy. No longer physically attracted. I'm just saying. People showing you pictures and they expecting you to be in awe. They expected you to be in awe instead of you like, you are in awe. What the hell? You're like, oh, hell no. They expected you to be in awe of them. Instead, you are in awe, hell no, of them. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do when they're no longer attractive to you? What are you gonna do, brother, when they remind you more of their mother? Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. What's the symbol on the wall? That's a sun. It's just an elaborate looking sun. It's just elaborate. It's elaborate. See, he said, if not married, I'm out. Wow, really? Okay. Well, damn, don't you have to have a strong bond with somebody before you even marry them? Or do you say, fuck it, I'm jumping into marriage first? You got 90 days before we get engaged or this thing is going nowhere. Magnificent Bride says, no more growing old together. Now, I know that can't be true. And I've known couples that I know were still physically attractive to each other after decades and decades. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it does depend on the type of relationship that you have, even if y'all are together, dedicated to each other or, married and faithful to each other. It matters. It matters. But I don't think that anybody is wrong for wanting to be physically attracted to their partner, to the love of their life. Why? Why wouldn't you want to be? So it's funny. I saw a sticker of that today. Of what? The sun? Is that possible? It's kind of custom made. It's not like they didn't mass produce those ones, that symbol, but they actually, no two are alike because they don't make them. No, they're custom made. Maybe they have a stencil of that same thing, but they won't be the same color. They won't have the same accents. But okay. Oh shit. Carrie said, I stopped being physically attracted to my ex-husband. Shit happens. Shit happens. And she says, it started mentally for me first, which led me to physically not being attracted. Once that happens, you start noticing all kinds of little unattractive shit. Ooh. Ooh. You said you love the bronze color, KDS. I appreciate that. That's what's up. But yeah, it can happen. Yeah, it's funny because come to think about it, we're talking about being physically unattracted. I mean, being physically unattracted to somebody. But I've heard women say plenty of times, like when they man cheated on them or something like that, that they started not to be attracted to him anymore. Like the thought, like when he would touch her, whatever, or touch them, because I've heard this from multiple women. Like it would just make her stomach turn. Like, I guess maybe she was picturing him doing the same things with another woman that he was doing with her, and it just really turned her off. That's not unreasonable to rationalize. Like, yeah, your disloyalty, your unfaithfulness started to make you physically unattractive to me. And it's not like your head got any bigger or smaller, or your muscles were no longer protruding, or you gained or lost weight, or your complexion got bad or worse, or none of that changed. But the way that I see you now has changed. That has, okay, all right. Yeah, an external event leading to lack of physical attraction. Because in that case, I guess we have to talk about not being physically attracted to somebody involving more than just looks. I guess we have to talk about not being physically attracted to somebody being more than just looks. It can be the way that we look at you, or the way that somebody looks at you. Because it ain't always it's not always from our point of view that we have to deal with. You may have had an incident or incidents in your life where you weren't as attractive to somebody else as previously. And they may have let you know about it. That can be a blow to the ego, can it? But these are the kind of things that we have to go through in life. It happens. Shit happens. Make sure y'all hit the like button, though. Make that happen. Can we make that happen? Can you please just hit the like button? We got 8 likes. That's disgusting. How we have 17 poll answers, but 8 likes? So you liked the poll, but not the channel. Is it me? Are you physically unattracted to me? I don't like to make it all about me. Is it me? Is it me? All right, I'm gonna fix my eyebrows. I'm gonna change my eye color. See, now they're red. We'll talk shit for likes. We'll work for likes. We'll dance and sing and play drums and other instruments for likes. Carrie says 7 years after the attraction started dwindling, married just under 20 years. Sorry, I was typing fast. Okay, I got you. Magnificent Bra says a lot of these women are broke with a bunch of kids. I don't have time for that. But does that have anything to do with your physical attraction? Because we ain't talking about we ain't talking about being unattracted to somebody that you ain't even with. You know what I mean? Like, what difference does that make? We're talking about being unattracted to somebody that you're with. That's a whole different situation. Oh, you subscribe? Okay. Yo, I got something for you. I got the thanks for subscribing. Thanks for subscribing. Yo, appreciate. Yo, thanks for coming through. Yo, you should subscribe too. Do that shit I said do. Subscribe. Hit the like button vibe. Thanks a lot. We're going to make it hot. Thank you. See? You subscribe over here, we celebrate you. We celebrate you. Thanks for coming over and being part of this movement. And the movement is moving, and we're going to move in the right direction. And hopefully, things will start to improve in your life, in all of our lives, as we communicate with each other and share our experiences. Oh, thank you, all of you, for coming through. You 18 people who didn't give me 18 likes. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to cry. I'm tough. No big deal. I've been through way worse. I don't need anybody. I'm totally independent. Sorry, my allergies. All right. Magnificent Brown says, look at the same person every day loses attraction to them. Damn. Really? Well, will you ever be with somebody for a long time, or you just in it for the short thing? Like, yo, I'm gonna treat you like the sugar part of the gum. I'm gonna treat you like the sugary part of chewing gum. As soon as it doesn't have any flavor no more, no sugar no more, I'm spitting you out. So I hope that you don't get treated like a fruit stripe. Remember that gum Fruit Stripes? That shit is good as shit for about 3 minutes. It lose that sugar fast as fuck. Fast as fuck. Fast as fuck. You get treated like a fruit stripe. This is going good, baby. You are my all in all. For you I always call. You are my all in all. Fuck out of here. Bitch, get going. Now get your $5 ass out of here before I make change. All right. KDS said, yeah, and some people would add the rapper to it. Ah, shit. Hold on. Katie, Carla is crazy too, but she be behaving today. But she behaving today. We even have a song together. Yeah, y'all do. Carrie and Carla. Da-da-da-da. Carrie and Carla. Da-da-da-da. Carrie and Carla. Da-da-da-da. Carrie and Carla. Let's do it. Let's do it. Carrie and Carla. Wait a minute, hold up. Carrie and Carla. 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 Yeah! Yes, yes. Yes, yes. The gang's on here. Carrie and Carla. Rounds for everybody. I'm buying rounds for everybody. Yeah, I don't care what you're drinking. I don't care what you're drinking. This doesn't matter. We're going to buy out the bar. We're going to buy out the bar tonight. Carrie, Carla, everyone. KDS. Yes, yes. Bry. Time like water. Yes, everybody. All right. Yo, for real though, son. But no, I mean, losing your attraction to somebody, it can really stress you out. If you're a decent person, if you're a caring person, and you really saw a future with somebody. Now you think about, how am I going to have a future with somebody I'm no longer physically attracted to? It's a serious situation, especially if you're a decent person. Now, if you're a shallow person, or if you chew them up and spit them out as soon as it's not sugary no more, like my people's Bry, like Mag Bry, yo, tell these chicks to beware. You better keep it sweet. You better keep it sweet. That be spit them out, Bry. No, I'm gonna chew this one a little bit longer. Oh, you're all right. Bro, why you not chewing them? I got another girl. Nothing. It wasn't working out. Shark all swipe. Shark all swipe. Remember, it's Throwback Thursday, y'all. It's Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. And it's also time to hit the like button Thursday. All right, here we go. Magnificent Bra says, imagine getting your leg amputated and she says, this ain't going to work. Well, for some people, that's actually the case. For some people, that's actually their experience. For some people. Carrie says, Magnificent has never been in love if he thinks that daily interaction makes you lose attractiveness. Ugh. And man, when it's your time, it's your time. But the thing about this thing is that we also have to take a look at the other side of the game. Because like I said, it could be you that's not attractive to somebody else as much anymore. You know, so the same way that you would want some grace, you may have to grant somebody else some grace. But the question I have is, how do you recover, and get back the same attraction that you had to somebody as you had before? Is that possible? Because it might not be. How do you get back the same attractiveness? I'm sorry, the same attraction to somebody as you had before? Have they? I mean, if it's just something that was going on with you, maybe. But if it's something that happened with them, something that changed or altered their physical appearance, and you just can't get into it, what's that? How do you change that? Or do you have to move on without it? Okay, it says magnificent. That reminds me of the late John McCain with his wife. Wow, KDS says, especially if they were in the military or diabetic or other health problems. Was it really love? It may have been. That, like, you may have still been in. I don't think that not being physically attracted to somebody, I don't think that symbolizes the end of the relationship. But it can be the first piece. It can definitely, be the first peg, the first piece of the big jigsaw puzzle. It can be. My boo-boo ain't cute no more, but I love her. But I love you. It happens. Yeah. Then she not the superstar that she once was, but she's still my baby. She done ballooned up to 450 pounds. You heard a big pun? This is Big Hun. I'm going to love on one of them rolls. I'm a love on one of them rolls. But on some real shit, what if a person hygiene changes? Like, I'm gonna say this shit. Just being real, just being 100. What if somebody starts using perfumes or colognes that you really don't like? And it might be able to really physically turn you off. Have you ever dealt with somebody who didn't previously use as much perfume or a cologne, and now they smell like they drowning in it, like they swam in it? It can turn you off. Pheromones, baby. Pheromones, aromatherapy. Instead of aromatherapy, they committing aroma abuse. Yo, this shit, you got on too much. Real shit. Magnificent Bra says chemical reaction. It actually is. It actually is. Carla says some people can't help if their appearance affect them if they develop an illness. That's true. But it might not change the fact that a person that was previously, highly attracted to you is not as attracted to you physically anymore. It's fucked up. But if they're not expressing that they're not that they're not physically attracted to you no more, I don't think you can indict them for that. And they might not be trying to break up with you, but there have been some people who have straight up, kicked somebody to the curb because they were going through an illness. At the end of the day, it's your right to be with whoever you want to be with. If you don't want to be with somebody who is not 100% healthy in your eyes, that's your choice. It's fucked up. It is. It's fucked up. But it is your choice. Magnificent Bride says Jody Watley looking for a new love. You showing your age right there. That's what's up. And Carrie says, once it's done, it's done. My attraction doesn't come back. Exactly. And I'm sure you're not the only one who feels that way. That's why it's a tough situation. That's a tough situation. Katie says, yeah, and all scents don't go with body chemistry. Bingo. And people don't know that everything doesn't smell the same way to everybody. Not everybody is attracted to the same kind of scents. So if you have somebody that's drowning in well, at least it's, from your point of view, drowning in perfume, drowning in cologne or whatever, and they just think they smell like the sweetest flower or the most attractive man ever. And you're like, niggas stink. If you would have reduced your covering to at least half, I could have rocked with it. But so even fragrances and scents from soaps and things like that, that's part of a hygiene thing. It's not that you're dirty, but to somebody else, you stink. Now, God forbid that you actually have a problem with hygiene. Some people don't wash like you wash. You might be the type of person that washes every nook and cranny of your body on a regular basis. And you might be dealing with somebody who is not that careful when it comes to that. And they don't smell themselves. You smell them though. So they don't understand that they need to wash better. They need to wash better and they need to wash more. But they don't know that shit. They don't know that shit. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. Magnificent Bra says, I was attracted to my 25-year-old nurse. Okay. I can see how that could happen. And Carrie says, ugh, if I don't like your cologne, I will buy you what I like for you and tell you that I don't like your cologne. Okay. Wow. She also says true chemistry is more than visual. It's about all of your senses being stimulated. Okay. Magnificent Bra said, is that Drakkar? When I first saw it, I was like, what's Draker? You talk about Drakkar. That cologne back, that popular cologne back in the day. Everybody was wearing that shit. Drakkar, gray flannel. Remember gray flannel by Jeffrey Beam? We was wearing the hell out of that shit in the 80s. That's crazy. Drakkar. Wow. Obsession. Calvin Klein, Obsession cologne. Carla says, right, Carrie, I will buy you what I like to smell on him if I have to. I could dig it. Yeah, Carrie, he was telling his age for real, lady. You know what I mean? He's definitely a 70s or a 60s baby. Ain't no way around that. Drakkar. Gary says Drakkar was the shit back in the day. It sure was, boy. And the original Polo cologne. The original, the green bottle Polo. The green bottle Polo. What y'all know? Wisdom, what's good? Gary says, I find men who wear nice shoes and smell good very attractive. Wow. You ain't say shit about their face. Like, yo, I looked him up. Some people looked him up, look from head to toe. I said from toe to she got like half of a Ray Charles type of attraction feel or whatever. Wisdom says initial attraction is often driven by aesthetics, but long-term unity shifts towards a functional partnership of complementary roles. And he also says, in a lasting bond, the importance of looks fade as value becomes rooted in how each person fulfills their shared purpose. That's a valid statement. Both statements that you made are valid. However, it may not be valid for everybody. I mean, we were already talking about how just because you're not as physically attracted or physically attracted to whoever you're with anymore doesn't necessarily symbolize the end, but it can definitely be the first piece. It can be the A on the road to Z. But either you think somebody looks good or you don't. What happens when you don't? Okay. Magnificent Bride says, you mean slippery shoes? Slippery shoes. Carla says, Old Spice always smelled like medicine to me. Old Spice. In the white bottle. That shit was straight splash. None of that spray shit. Old Spice, you had to put that shit in your hands. Ugh. Or just take the bottle and dab that shit. That thick ass white bottle. That thick ass white bottle Old Spice with the ship on it. With the ship on it. They was doing some mind tricks on us. Like, oh, he smells like a sailor. Maybe even a pirate. You smell like you were out on the high seas. Yeah, like fish. The fuck out of here. Anybody who has ever been out in the high seas, you know, it don't smell good out there in the ocean. It's fishing shits out there. Fishing shits. Whale shits. Anyway. Carrie says, I like black features. These days, people want a mixed or European look. My attractions start mentally anyway, but I do love a great smile, teeth, and body type. Cool. Oh, a certain body type. Oh, shit. Hi, karate. All right, I see what's happening here. Hi, karate. He going back to the 70s. He said, fuck the 80s. Hi, karate. Aramis. English leather. Brute. I don't care what nobody say. Brute smell pretty good to me. I wasn't mad at Old Spice either. Everything ain't for everybody. Hi, karate. English leather. Aramis. Brute by Fabergé. Yes. I think Brute was all right. There were certain stock colognes. I think Brute was all right. It fit the 70s. KDS says, I don't know High Karate. My dad had that Brute on the dresser. Mm-hmm. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It was good cologne. It was the shit. Yeah. Those colognes had TV commercials. Brute, Old English, you know. These other colognes that started coming out, they must have been underground colognes costing all that money. I never saw a Dracar commercial. Have you? I never saw a Dracar commercial. We saw Chanel perfume. We saw so many Chanel perfume commercials. I didn't even know that was supposed to be like a premium perfume. I didn't know that shit. Okay. Issey Miyake. It's funny how I can figure out these words that y'all trying to spell. All right, come on, Carrie says, weight gain doesn't make me lose attraction. That's interesting. Because like how much, so you're saying no matter how much weight a man would gain, it definitely wouldn't make you lose attraction? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because weight gain or weight loss is one of those things, or two of those things that sometimes people don't put a cap on it. Sometimes people don't put a cap on it. So, that weight loss or that weight gain might be high. Carla says, I was tripping when they had Calvin Klein for men or women in the same bottle. I know. That's CK1 shit. Nah, I wasn't feeling that at all. Man, trans cologne and shit. That cologne was gay. Bisexual cologne. Mannequin challenge. Anyway, Carrie says, I don't remember how the word spread about Dracar. I think it was word of mouth. I really do. Fucking CK1. Carrie says, no matter how much, because I would encourage him to work out with me and eat healthy. Yeah, but what if he don't? Like everybody ain't willing to put in the work. Somebody could be suffering from depression and they just eating and eating and eating and eating. That scale is getting heavier and heavier. Like, who keep putting their thumb on the scale? Oh, damn, that's your foot. Never mind. I see you. I see your roly poles. KDS says, weight depends on the number, but yes, Carrie, we will work out together. Nah, you ain't spelled Calvin Klein right, but we knew what you meant. Don't worry about it. The Klein is spelled with a with a Klein, which never made sense to me. Shouldn't that be Calvin Klein? It should have been Calvin Klein, shouldn't it? I believe he's still alive. Carla says, son, your facial expressions made my head hurt laughing. I'm just saying. Do not attempt to adjust your channel. Do not Do not. Magnificent Bride says, I couldn't stop thinking the way they flopped during the ride. What ride? What we talking about? Okay, he says, I date a certain type. He will. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, shit, if he will so much, then why he get so fat? Mm, 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 mm. Cause says, I, I know I messed it up, Sandman in my eyes. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Carla. Don't worry about it. Oh man. Well, anyway, yeah. Um, a decent person is going to feel a little bit of guilt about not being attracted to somebody anymore, not being physically attracted to somebody anymore. But it must be understood that that's a natural thing. It happens. You might, of course, you don't want it to happen. Of course, you're not going to encourage it to happen, but it does happen. And it's something that you have to understand is that, all right, something that you may have to understand is that it is a natural process of your growth. So not being attracted to the same things is something that can happen to anybody. The real question is whether it's going to govern your attitude towards them or your actions toward the relationship. That's what matters the most. You can be not as physically attracted to somebody as you were before and never even tell the person. They don't have to know. Especially like in the case where somebody is having some problems with their health, suffering, going through an illness where they may have to lose a lot of weight or may not be as energetic as before, maybe possibly be bedridden, maybe not be able to take care of themselves. You know, when you have to really, really take care of somebody, I'm talking about like, as far as you know, incontinence or, having to change them and all that kind of stuff, it can reduce your physical attractiveness to them. It can. Doesn't mean you're going to bail out. So you went from lover to caretaker or caregiver. Let's put it that way. Home health aide. At least the love is still there enough for you to ride this thing out. Magnificent Bride says, body of a goddess, face like hell. I've seen that happen. I think we all have. I think we all have. Carrie says, meanwhile, I had a nap, so now I'm here cutting up. Oh, okay. I see where we going here. You done already power napped your way into this program, huh? You must have, because we don't know an hour in. We don't normally see a lot of you at this time. Drop your like and be out. Hey, everybody. And that's the last we heard of her. We heard from her. Hey, everybody. Bye. All right. KDS says, I had a nap after work too. Well, I went to sleep, but I'm entertained and relaxed. That's what's up. Carrie says, you ain't see what I said? I don't know. You said you're cooking. I saw that. I just didn't read it. Magnificent Bride says, do you shave your head daily? No, every other day. But I did shave it today. Today being Thursday. Next time I shave it, it'll be Saturday. Same thing with the beard. They happen on the same day. I can't shave every day, nor can I allow my shit to go past every other day. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Carrie says, stop lying. I'm up from Thursday to Sunday. Niggers be sleep Monday through Wednesday. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not gonna argue with that. But we don't do the show late night over the weekend, so I can't account for that. I can't account for that. Caller says, Carrie, good. We have to cut up a little bit. Carrie and Carla, dun-dun-dun-dun. Carrie and Carla, dun-dun-dun-dun. Carrie and Carla, dun-dun-dun-dun. Carrie and Carla. You was making. I read that too. The Calvin Klein. Because Calvin Klein is no friend of mine. Yeah. I always wondered. Well, I'm saying always, like this shit happened a lot of years, but I wonder if Will Smith, for example, still had the level or still has the same level of being attracted to Jada Pinkett as he had before, especially when she shaved her head and all of that. I wonder. I mean, that's their business, but I wonder, is it the same level? I'm not really sure. Or I would say that I would gamble to say that she's not as physically attracted to him as she probably once was. And it kind of shows. Magnificent Bride says, I might try the Steve Harvey hair hat. Yeah, you got that. You say Jada Pinkett changed a lot. She did. She did. I mean, she was always small. So I don't think she changed that much in that department. Although I think she might be a little smaller than she was. But I just wonder. You know, when he slapped Chris Rock, was he as attracted to her at that time as he was before? Let me find out that Chris Rock got a guilt slap. Only reason he slapped him was because he felt bad that his wife wasn't cute, and everybody else noticed it too. Now that's just me saying she wasn't cute. Hold on. The one them called Try is in the house. Speak, Try.
The one them called
Try.
I would like to partake in a conversation with the yow.
Have you ever partook?
Yow.
Have you ever partook before?
I never partook, but I want to partake with the yow.
The one them called Try.
The only thing I want to say is, I will love her if her hair turns gray. And I will love her if she gains a little weight.
See, he said a little weight.
Well, a lot of weight then.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? A little weight is like 15, 20, 25 pounds. You start going above 50. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's a lot of weight on your frame from the time somebody met you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. Yeah. That's true. But what's going on with you, bro?
Man, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. I'm thing doing. I'm over here thing doing. But
Oh, bro, you ain't hit the words, bro.
well, but you didn't ask. You
How
didn't
you
ask
doing
right.
today, man?
Man,
How you doing
I'm
today,
feeling
man?
like a real man should. I thought you knew.
There you go. My
There
fault. My
you go.
apologies,
That's
man.
right. I answered the
My fault.
question as it was asked. As a matter of fact, I answered the question as it was asked it.
Damn right, bro. Hey, we have a lot of shallow hows out here, bro.
I don't know if that's a shallow thing. Because just because you're not physically attracted to somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you don't want to be with them anymore or that you're planning to move on to somebody else. It just means that you don't see them the same way as you used to. Now, if you're totally unattracted to them physically, I mean, that's a communication thing. Something has to be done because eventually it's going to start coming out in other ways. I would think.
Yeah.
You know, now, if you think that because you're not physically attracted to somebody anymore, that it's okay for you to treat them like shit, that's where the real problem would come in, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, if it's like, yeah, well, you know, she ain't as cute or he ain't as cute as before, but that's still my baby. You know what I mean? It happens. You know, you know what? And I was thinking about this. Sometimes we go through that with our kids. You know what I mean? When your kids be little, sometimes they be real cute and all of that, and then they go through that stage, that one little stage, and they in their lives where they ain't looking so cute. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I've heard people call it a kid's ugly stage. I don't like to say that,
Damn.
but I understand what they mean. It's somewhere between that time when before they go into puberty and start growing or developing. You know what I'm saying? Like before then, like there's a little open space there where they not as cute as they were, or not as good looking as wasn't as they're not as cute as they were when they were babies, and they're not as good looking as they're going to be once they get themselves together as preteens and you know starting to develop and find themselves.
Right.
So even if you looking like, oh damn, you know, my baby ain't looking as good as they used to or whatever, that don't mean you gonna treat your kids like shit. You still gonna work with them because they might insist on not looking good. They don't want to dress right. They don't want to wear their hair right. They don't want to, you know what I mean? Act like they don't want to. They don't want to take a bath. There can be a whole lot of shit going on,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, so if you can understand a time when you weren't even looking at your kids as being as good looking as they were at a time, but it didn't change the way that you started to treat them, then you should be able to understand or translate or transfer that same type of energy or understanding over to the person that you share the bed with. So it don't always mean the end, and it doesn't always mean that you're shallow. Sometimes people don't look as good as they used to look. It don't make me shallow. So what does it make the person that ain't even trying to look good right now? You know, sometimes when people going through a depression, man, I
Mm-hmm.
remember, man, I met, you know, I don't really like chicks that don't have no weight. I'm not really attracted to no skinny chicks, especially if they don't have like a fat ass and big titties. And I can deal with not having a fat ass,
If they don't have what?
fat ass and big titties. Now I can deal with a
Can you
woman.
do me one favor? Can you make, when you get an opportunity, I want you to put a beat to that fat ass and big titties. Make a song out of fat ass.
But you know, every now and then you come across somebody that don't have it like that. Now,
they got one part, they got one, or they don't have the other.
Sometimes they don't have either.
Yeah.
Now, this girl that I met, she was a little thin thing. You know what I mean? It was like Prince being a girl. Which ain't that hard, you know what I mean? Which ain't that hard to visualize, you know what I'm saying? Take the hair off the chest and boom, there you have it. So
you was dealing with Princess.
there you go, boom. So but she had a really pretty face. And she had this long, thick ass hair. It was crazy. You know what I mean? Well, she started going through a thing. Me and her was real close. She was cool. She started going through this little thing, cut her hair off, and started wearing baseball caps on a regular basis. I was like, what the fuck is you doing? Well, you know, oh, I'm just blah, blah. I ain't know if she was trying to be a dyke or some shit like that, because she had this girlfriend, this young girl that she used to, I ain't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm watching this shit like, what we doing? And, you know, after she got through whatever she was going through, you know, she got back to herself. But for a while, I wasn't feeling none of that shit. She was all, and she had lost, she ain't had no room to lose no weight. It's like in a minute, you won't float. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wasn't as attracted to her as I was before, you know, previously. Because all she had going on was she had mad personality and she had face and hair. She ain't had nothing else. And she reduced that. I was like, damn, you just gonna take everything away from me, huh?
Can't even enjoy it now.
Couldn't. Yeah, because I hadn't seen her in a while. Because we didn't go with each other. We were just messing around. And it had been a while since I saw her. And when I saw her, I was like, what's this baseball cap shit? Well, I'm just, but oh, what? Fuck you doing? Cut your hair? You wearing baseball caps? I don't even wear no fucking baseball caps. I don't know. But yeah, so.
Yeah, I always said to myself that if I start going bald and I cut, I'm just going to cut. I ain't even going to sit up here and try to, I'm not doing all that other stuff. Just cut the thing off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it off. Keep the beard. You know. Ain't nothing going wrong with it.
Listen, man.
Ain't no use crying over spilled milk. Life be lifing.
Man.
You know.
I never saw my hair in the sink when I brushed it or combed it, and I didn't go through all of that. I didn't go through the way that other men go through it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I missed it, but I didn't go through that. But when it was going away, it was going away. There wasn't nothing I could do to save it. I had to eat that. Good thing I was in the mindset to eat it, because I didn't think I looked bad either way.
Right.
You know, now had I went from a head of hair to no hair, you know, that's a little bit more devastating. But still, you got to be comfortable in your own skin. But, you know, just like you can become unattracted to somebody else can become unattracted to you.
Yeah.
It ain't always the other person. It can be somebody else. And shit. And I think we've probably all been through that. And if we haven't all been through that, I know I have. And it's crazy when somebody give you the look like, man, what, like, you know what I mean? Like they checking you. Give you that look like, what the fuck you been doing? What you mean? I've had that look. I'm like, it's like that. They might have caught me on a bad day or whatever it was. I didn't look like what they thought I should look like. And they might not have looked like what I thought they should look like. But an opinion is an opinion. So, Marvina Bigby, what's good? Good to see you. But yeah. So sometimes you on the other side of that coin. And it's something you got to deal with. Now, if being unattractive to somebody who you were previously that you were previously attractive to makes them, you know, mistreat you or they try to devalue you, that's a whole different story. That's something that has to be dealt with separately. Because that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever happened to you?
What, that I was, re-say that again? Because yeah, it broke up a little bit.
Has someone ever not been as attracted to you? Have you ever been less attractive to somebody that you were once very attractive to and they let you know about it? Have you ever had that experience?
That somebody that was less attracted to me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I've had females say things out their mouth. You know, like, you know, if I try to holler at them and it's like, well, I don't really particularly talk to, you know.
No. We're only talking about people that you're dealing with.
Oh, well, people. No, I've never really had nobody that was that's never said anything that was like, you know, I'm losing that attraction to you or stuff like that. You know, if it did get to that point, it got to the point, it wasn't so much as looks, it was more of other things like insecurities, or maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do that, or, you know, if the attractiveness was more of it wasn't a look thing.
Okay.
You know, it could have been a personality type situation, or it could have been the attraction of, you know, I'm trying to see what, like, you know, what made them attracted to you is what they feel as though you're not doing anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We were talking earlier in the show, I don't know if you was listening, but we was talking about how women have expressed that when their man cheated on them, you know, that they wasn't as attracted to their man no more. Like the thought of him touching her, whatever, you know, made him sick. You know, I mean, made her sick. You know what I'm saying? That's a loss of a physical attraction. Like, I'm good.
But there was an action behind that loss of physical attraction.
Mm-hmm.
The action was he cheated on her. So, I mean, now if it was the fact that she just lost that attraction, you know, because when I was looking at some of the comments, you know, no, when you was talking before, no, in the poll question, you know, people get cosmetic surgery, and some people can fuck up that attractiveness. Like when you like a thick woman and she go and get a gastric bypass, and all of a sudden She thought she was going to lose a little weight and lost so much weight that she lost every damn thing. Now you like, what the fuck is this? I didn't sign up for this one. You know what I mean?
Yep. I know exactly what you mean. And that's a real,
some people
circumstance.
Do that, you know, some people do that. You know, like I had a boy, his girl had did that and she lost all his weight. But I was trying to tell him that it's going to recalibrate itself because you're going to lose all of it and then it's going to come back up and it's going to even out. But he had left her alone. And when he seen her like maybe 6 months later, he was like, damn. I was like, see, I told you. I told you what was going to happen.
Well,
you go all the way down and then you go right back up. But you go right to a point where the hourglass come in.
For some it happens that way. For others, because I know a lot of people who have gotten cosmetic surgery. So yeah, you know, it ain't the same for everybody. It's certainly not the same for everybody.
Like the other attractive thing to me these days is that I just ask women, when you taking pictures, stop poking your lips out.
That's a social media thing.
Why everybody, even regular people when they taking pictures, the pouty lips and the poking out the lips don't make you more better looking. Sometimes it makes you ugly.
I'm telling you, it's a social media thing. That's where it started. It landed where it landed, but it started there.
Yeah, it started there.
The duck lips.
And one more thing, another attractive thing is earrings don't belong everywhere on your face. Everywhere. 2 earrings and one underneath the nose and 2 in each, one on one side of the nostril and one on the other side.
Yeah.
And then one underneath the lip.
All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Some people do some shit, but when that shit is in your home and they feeling like they should have the right to change their body any way that they want to, and they do have the right to do that.
No, but see, the thing about it, son, and this is how I feel about it. When you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship or you're in a relationship like that, if you're getting, who are you trying to look attractive for if your man tells you he love you the way you look? So if your insecurities are coming from yourself, then who are you trying to look attractive for now? Because if it's my mate and I'm like, look, I love you the way you look. I think you're beautiful. You know what I mean? I don't think you need to do all this or do all that. You know what I'm saying? So when your mate tells you that, why are you going the opposite way and saying, well, I'm going to do this because this is what I want to do for myself? You know, you go out there and get a BBL, and then if I go out there and get a BDL, now you want to get mad.
BDL though.
I'm just saying, when you're in a relationship, your body is your body. But when you're in a relationship and your mate already finds you attractive, then what's the reason for changing? Now, if you get in surgery for health reasons, that's different. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if you're getting it because you don't find yourself attractive, but then who are you trying to look attractive for if your mate tells you that you look beautiful?
Well, there are a few ways to look at this thing, you know, but I agree that a conversation should be had between the two of y'all. If you're gonna make serious alterations or changes to your appearance, but you're not going to involve your man or your woman in any of that shit, you just going to do what you want to do. Well, that's a selfish act, number one. And even though you may feel like, well, but this is my face or this is my body or this is, you know, Like I should be able to, change whatever I want to on myself. You're right about also not considering that you are in a marriage or a relationship or a serious bonded situation. And that person chose you based on who you were when they chose you, when y'all chose each other. So that's the blueprint. Now you changing the blueprint, either if you show total disregard for how they feel about it, then I guess you don't care if they're no longer physically attracted to you. That's a
Right.
chance you're willing to take. But then if you want to go and blame them for being shallow because you changed yourself and they didn't accept it. They didn't receive it. They didn't like it. And you mad at them because they didn't like what you changed about yourself. But you didn't take into consideration their feelings about the matter in the first place. It was just all about you. Okay. Well, let your disappointment be all about you too. Don't try to spread the ball around like somebody did something to you because they didn't like what you did to yourself. And like you were saying, if it's for health reasons, who wouldn't understand why you're doing it?
Right. Right. But if you're doing it for because I mean any type of cosmetic surgery you do or any changes you make, you're not making them for me because I already know. When I met you, I fell in love with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now, if you're doing, if I like who you are and I love who you are already, and you make changes on your own, then who are you making them for? What are you trying to attract? What are you trying to draw in? Are you trying to draw more attention to yourself?
Well, that may have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Low self-esteem, it do a job on people, man. It does.
Yeah. I mean,
but it doesn't necessarily always have to be about another man or another woman. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. But if they are secretly in search of more compliments from other people and all of that, because you can feel that way. Like it's good to hear that you look good or to be desired by people other than your spouse or your man or your woman or whatever. But eventually, that's going to look like what it looks like. And somebody is probably going to resent that.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you prepared to go that direction, well, that's on you. But you called that into your space. Like you were saying, if your man is telling a woman that he likes you the way you are and you don't have to change nothing and all that, I could understand her accepting that, and I could also understand her saying like, "Well, I still need to do something for myself." But how extreme is the thing that you're about to do for yourself?
Yeah,
like, we're not talking about just changing your hairstyle.
There you go. I was just going to say something like that. Now, hairstyle is different. A woman can get a hairstyle and you be like, you don't even really, you say it's nice. In your mind, you're like, no, I don't really like it, but I'm going to just tell her it's nice anyway.
Right.
Plus
she can switch that back. She can switch that back.
Yes.
In a short amount of time. You know what I mean?
A woman can be a different woman at 7 days a week if she wants to, doing a different hairstyle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a woman. It's like us men. If you're in a relationship, right, son, and you shave your beard off, can you imagine how your woman would react?
No, I mean it wouldn't be that. I didn't start growing this shit back till 2019, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You should have seen the look on some people's faces when I started growing this shit. What the fuck you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like a woman. It's like us men. If you're in a relationship, right, son, and you shave your beard off, can you imagine how your woman would react? No, I mean it wouldn't be that. I didn't start growing this shit back till 2019, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You should have seen the look on some people's faces when I started growing this shit. What the fuck you doing?
You know what I mean? I had been smooth faced for 10 years.
If you met a female that met you with a beard and she liked you because what she felt attractive was the salt and pepper beard, the salt and pepper mustache, and the bald head, and then all of a sudden you let your hair grow in and you got the George Jefferson going on and you shaved your beard off.
Well, I just feel like a black man should at least have a mustache. Now, if I shave all my shit off, I should expect ridicule out the gate. Because I wouldn't even like me.
Listen, son, during COVID, I was so frustrated, man, and so damn depressed. I shaved everything off. Beard and mustache.
Nah, that's a black man gotta have a mustache unless he an actor.
And I realized something when I shaved the beard off. I got a midget chin.
Okay.
I got a chin, but it's not the long chin like it goes right at the lip, and it just goes like maybe 3 inches underneath my lip. I'm like, this is a small ass chin.
Well, you've had a beard since I've known you.
Yeah.
I've never seen you without a beard.
Yeah, bro.
So that's a major change. I've cut mine, you know what I mean, cut mine off, grew it back, cut mine off, grew it back. I've done it since I was in my 20s. I've had versions of having it and not having it. So for people who've known me for a long time, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Plus I ain't in my 20s or 30s no more. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So
and one thing about it is that like summertime comes. Sometimes during the summertime I get a wide goatee. So I might just get a goatee during the summer to early spring and take it towards the summer, and then I'll let it grow in.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like, when you meet, when I did shave my hair off, my wife was like, what the fuck you do to your face? I said, this is what happened when you stress me out. Be mad now.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Nah.
You can be mad. Wanna go to dinner? Nope. Okay. Save money. You sure you won't get nothing to eat? I ain't gonna fuck out with you like that. All right, love you.
I mean, yeah. There are a lot of different ways to twist and turn this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not a one-way street. Not in the least.
Yeah, I'm like Mary J, man. Take me as I am, or have nothing at all.
Yeah, I just think that when two people are together, they should inform each other or communicate, make sure they're on the same page, or at least know what's going on with each other before they make any, big alterations to their appearance.
Well, I mean, it was one thing that was told to me before, because I used to always go to work with my chef clothes on, and my people was like, when you going to work, you don't know who you might bump in there. That might know me, or there might be family. So it's always your appearance might you always need to have a better appearance when you out and about because you don't know who you're gonna bump into.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I switched my appearance, in your mind now is, oh, that bitch wants you to wear that shit. Well, you just told me you switched my appearance. You can't. Which way you want it? But at the end of the day, it was an understanding. I understood that because it made sense. You know what I mean? You go when you going on, and either at the end of the day, I wasn't even supposed to be wearing my chef clothes into work anyway. Because of sanitation reasons. But at the end of the day, it made sense. You never know who you're gonna bump into, our friends or your friends or some family member. They be like, damn, he smell like garlic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He smelled like grease the whole time he was talking to me. I mean, I was hungry. I started wanting some fried chicken. But I mean, it's like you said, communication is the most important thing when something like that come about. But everything don't have to be communicated. If it's a hairstyle, you ain't got it. That's ugly. No, you ain't got to tell her that. Just let her enjoy the hairstyle that she has. Cause it's gonna be 2-3 days. She's gonna change it back to a different hairstyle. You know what I mean?
She might.
Yeah. But I mean, but the most important thing is, is not the weight. It's losing attractors. I think, like I said, it's very rare. I cannot say that I will not be attracted to a person. Because at the end of the day, that's just not the person I am. But their personality and their stink ass attitude will switch up and make a lot of things change.
So you've never lost your physical attraction to anybody?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really, because it was an all around thing. I lost more of it because of their actions.
Okay.
The actions was what made things break up.
Well, no, we're not talking about breaking up. We're talking about your physical attraction to somebody.
Well,
we ain't talking about whether y'all broke up or not. I'm talking about, like, do you like the way they look? Like, do they excite you? You know what I mean? Do they arouse you with their appearance the same way as they always did?
I've never really had to go through any. I never went through that part.
I mean, if you haven't, you haven't.
No, I didn't. No, I'm just being upfront with you. No, I never did.
Okay. I mean, because maybe some people haven't. Yeah. I definitely have. Like, like, nah, I ain't feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are extremes to it, though. Like, you can lose your attraction to somebody a little bit, or you can lose it a lot, or you can lose it totally. And I think when you totally lose your attraction to somebody, then you're probably in some trouble.
Now, what happened? Now, what did happen is when the relationship ended, and I seen them later on, I was like, I lost my attractiveness then because of their changes. Like, they might have gained a lot of weight. You know what I mean? Or they wasn't keeping up. They wasn't keeping up with their upkeep. And I was like, damn, I dodged that bullet.
Well, then, I mean, but that don't even matter. They somebody else's problem.
But I'm just saying,
But that happens.
What'd you say?
I said it happens, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Had I stuck it out, this might have been a situation that would have moved that way.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can only really say what happened on your watch. People go through shit when you're away, and the way that they end up has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? You don't know if you stayed with somebody, you don't know if they would have still been working the same place that they work. You don't know if they would have been thinking the same way that they think, doing the same things. You can't account for what you are not a witness to. So you can't really say that, she would have got all fat and lazy if I would have stayed with her. Well, the only way you would be able to say that is if she started to get fat and lazy when you was with her. But if that wasn't the case, then there could have been other life situations that influenced, the way that she looks now. But you can't say that, that's what it would have been if you would have been there. People, man, I mean, think about it. When you're not around people the same anymore, or you're not around the same people you used to be around before, and they don't know what's been going on with you. You're not working in the same place that you used to work at. You're not, you might not be driving the same cars, living in the same place, working on the same things. Your life may have gone in a lot of different directions. They don't know nothing about that. But you can't say that you would have been, that you would have gone through the same things had you stayed around those people, because it could have been different influences. And because you're around different people, different things would have happened. So you can't say that you would have been the same or different had you stayed where you were. It's hard to say that.
That's true.
So, yeah. But yeah, I've seen chicks, get all crazy big, after I wasn't messing around with them no more. But I don't know what influenced that. I've also seen chicks get way better looking. Like, God damn. What am I gonna say? Damn, she would have never been looking that good if she'd have been with me. You know what I'm saying? It goes two ways.
Yo, when we hung up, right, and I had to run to the market with my middle son. I get in the market. That's what was playing. Fire and Desire.
I was gonna say the other one, but I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I called you. I was like, yo, listen to this shit.
That's crazy as hell.
But yeah, man, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with communicating things, but when you communicate it, show empathy and sympathy towards that. Don't be ignorant and disrespectful with it.
I would hope that maturity would kick in, because just like we was talking about before, you might be going through a health crisis that alters your appearance, and it could be that way for a while. If you've ever known somebody, or if you've ever had to be on steroids for a while, face get all big and shit, looking all crazy. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be like that forever, but you might have needed that for that time being, and that could have gone on for months or years.
Well, okay, well, I'm gonna give you one that you hate. That did this, that uplift people and then turned around and did the surgery, and then your girl Monique. And Lizzo.
But the thing is, Lizzo looks better small. I never thought Monique was good looking. I didn't. I don't. I've never thought she was cute. I never thought she was good looking at all. Like, she ain't do it for me. I'm not saying that she was ugly, but she's never appealed to me physically. She ain't got it.
You ain't like her when she was in Precious?
She ain't got it. You know what I mean? She ain't got it. You know what I mean? If you want to be a big joint, you need big titties. She ain't got big titties. I'm just saying. Call me shallow Hal. I don't give a fuck.
No, I agree with you on that.
You know what I mean?
Never been appealed. Never been attracted to me. It's not the right.
She whoever won her, they can have her. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be no battle off of that one. You know what I'm saying? Like look. Let's say I'd have stayed in comedy and I'm doing a show with Monique and we find ourselves in the same hotel room. I'm gonna be like, so you wanna write some jokes? We ain't gonna do shit else. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find a way to like your ass. I don't even like you. Let me write some. Yeah, I mean, let's get a writing session here. You do know how to write jokes, right? You had to have written some at some point, sometime, right? You do know what jokes are.
Baby.
You know what I mean? Man, that shit would make my dick be like, fuck out of here. So I was already only half-hearted Now you done ruined that. Like, oh shit. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, bro.
Nah, Kim Whitney. Kim Whitney was. I don't know. I like Kim Whitney. Huh?
You know. I said, you know how I can go, man. We done a lot of comedy shows, man. You know, and I was shocked that people found me attractive after doing my comedy. Very shocked. I'm like, damn, me? Mm-hmm.
Why? You did everything to try to make yourself look good.
But see, the thing about it is that I do things to make myself look good for me. I don't do it for anybody else because I don't look to entertain anybody else, whether either I'm married or if I'm by myself. You know what I mean? So if I'm getting dressed, I'm throwing shit on about how I want to look and how I want to feel comfortable. So if you find me attractive, it's more of I appreciate that. That's what's up. You know what I mean?
What's the difference between that and anybody else, though?
I don't know. Because some people might throw shit on to look attractive to other people.
I mean, you really are doing it to look attractive to other people. You get your sense of attractiveness from other people. You didn't develop that on your own. You didn't grow up by yourself with no mirrors. You know what I mean? Not that you copied off of anybody else, but they gave you your sense of what attractiveness is and what good looks are supposed to look like.
Well, I had a mentor when I was growing up. I had my sister boyfriend. His name was Derek. It was like a big brother to me. God rest his soul. And he was Cedric. He was dressing like before Cedric was Cedric. He was Cedric. The shit he was throwing on, how he was dapper, how he threw that shit on and everything. You know, in the beginning of how I used to dress, I used to emulate that, his style. But then as I got older, I just was like, no, I gotta switch my own thing up. Like now, next Friday, I'll be 56. I'm like, I'm trying to see which way do I want to take a wardrobe change into now. I mean, because at the end of the day, you want to grow, but you want to grow in a way where you like, you know what I mean? I'm still going to throw my little casual stuff on, but I want to look. I want to look like I got my AARP card.
All right, cool. All right, let's do this poll question.
Matter of fact, your choice of dressing is superb, man. I must commend you, man. You are the sweater general, bro. I saw it tonight, man. I don't know what the fuck you doing, man. I think you got a sweatshop in your basement making you sweaters.
I wish I would. I wish I could have that. Like I got four chinks in my basement. You know what I mean? They just, you know what I mean? They cooking up that fly shit.
With just a thong and no bra on. Like they cooking up shit.
Oh my God. That's just crazy.
Boy, I don't know where you get them from, boy. You must got a closet full of them. Like, God damn. And listen, you ain't running them. There's a different one. Every damn time you put one on.
I got a lot of old stuff and then I piled some new stuff on. So it's kind of ridiculous right now. All right, let's do this poll question. What could make you become physically unattracted to the person you are with? 19% said big weight gain or big weight loss. 4% said hair loss or changing their hair. 48%, which is the majority, says cosmetic surgery or change in hygiene. And 30% said sickness, substance abuse, and aging. Wow.
Like you always get sick.
You know what I mean? Or don't get old. Don't get old.
Don't get old.
And don't sniff no coke. All right.
Don't what?
Don't sniff no coke because it was substance abuse in the answer.
Before you make your last thing, can I just give a shout out to my mom Dukes. I love you, my mother. I love you. This was your day. Your anniversary, and I miss you. I love you, and I know where you are. So I just want to give a shout out to my mom.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, let's go. All right, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious March 5th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Gregory Cook. And also Cole Ward, Shannon Wells, Mary Joyner, Andrea Jackson, Anthony Harris, DeVell, Aichi Williams, Lonnie Delane, Kia Davis, Nikendra Cook, Mika Louise, my girl, go get her, Mika Louise. And last but not least, my girl, go get her, Give Love Mo. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious March 5th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yeah, they might not look as good, but let's get one thing understood. Yo, when we was together, and we gonna be together. We ain't breaking up, we together. And I ain't trying to hear nothing that you say, even if I don't like the way that you wear your hair or the way that you blew up there. I'm gonna let you know for real, boo, I still care. And I'ma still do that and be there. And I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Well, times have gone and now I lost my hair and now I sing songs and I perform in front of others and sisters and brothers and we something like a fam. Yo, here I am and here I stand and you stand by me, not behind me. Everything is going to be all right with the limey. We start busting, rat-tat-tat. Yo, I still getting that cat. Yo, we gonna still work it out some way as long as we got our communication today. Hey, yeah, Maria, I see you. Yeah, right there, señorita. Everything is good, my dear. Yo, still busting, still trusting each other. You can't get something like that from everybody. Others wish they had was things that we had. I just wish you grow your hair back, baby. It's all good. Yeah. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. in the morning. Y'all know how we do. Tomorrow's the music show, though. Tomorrow is the music show. Tomorrow is the music show. What? Tomorrow, we might be doing Battle of the Duets. We might be doing Battle of the Duets tomorrow night. Battle of the Duets. Now that I put it out there, we might have to do Battle of the Duets. So, bring your duet songs. And we're gonna put them against another duet songs, classic or current, and see how see how the votes stack up. Let's try that. Let's try it. I hope y'all enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. Like I said, I see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all hit the like button before y'all get on up out of here. I appreciate y'all coming through. I do. So with that being said, be careful out there. Get some rest. Take care of yourselves. See y'all tomorrow at 1. Peace.